So basically, last year, January, I was in LA and I did a session with this writer called Ross Golan. And he's incredible, like I love him. And I wrote quite a few songs with him. And I was telling him about like how I was away from home and how I missed all of my like family members and my friends. I told him that story, and then I moved back to London because I'd finished my writing trip and I was working at home. And then Ross, while I was in London, went and did the session with Meghan, and Ross told Meghan about like this story of mine, and he was like, I'm working with this girl and she's got this story about how she misses her mates and her home and all that stuff, and like he thought it could be a really interesting story. So him and Meghan sat down and wrote All Friends. And then Ross came over to London and then showed me the song. And he was like, he didn't tell me Meghan like co-wrote it. He just like sat down at a piano with the producer, Johan. And they just, they played the piano and they were singing it to me. And I was like, oh my God, this song is amazing. Like it really captured like exactly what I told Ross, how I was feeling all the time. And then he was like, oh, and Meghan Trainor like co-wrote it with me. And I was like, no way. I was literally just like in shock that someone who is such an inspiration to like young artists and writers, like she has really amazing like positive messages about like your body image and who you want to be and like everything like that. Like she really has like a good message. So I was so happy that someone like her had paid so much attention to my story and wrote such an incredible song for my project.
And have you had any interaction with her since like recording it and it being released?
Yeah, I mean, so she's been super supportive of my project on social media. Like she always shares videos of me like playing instruments and bass and singing like songs, and she always tweets my covers of her songs. And then I had the pleasure of hanging out with her last week because I was in LA.
Yeah.
And we spent some time, I did a performance for her. I covered one of her songs. It was like an award show. And it was like a surprise for her. She didn't know I was going to be there, and I just surprised her. And then backstage we were hanging out, and she was just super like loving. Yeah, she was so sweet.